I trust you're not a Christian,
I'm
but
sorry. No, I am a Christian, actually.
do you believe what the Bible says?
No, I don't.
You're a Christian, but you don't believe what the Bible says.
Yeah, I honestly don't really fuck with
Well,
religion.
let's just for
I'm not picking up on any brain activity here. That's like saying I'm a vegan, but I eat meat. I wonder if she even knows what being a Christian means.
The Bible calls men to be the spiritual leaders of their households. Okay.
But you're talking to someone who isn't even religious, so this is just
wait.
going
You just
over
said
my-
you're a Christian. You just said you're a Christian.
What do you do for a living? I'm a fucking therapist. How much should a guy earn for you to date him? 500k, close to $1 million. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna say yes. Do you hear me?
Wow, I think she's the first therapist I've met who needs therapy.
How much should the guy pay for the engagement ring?
He needs to pay again. 500. He gets paid every year. 500. He saves that towards the ring. If he doesn't, he's gonna get a no, and it's gonna be embarrassing.
What car do you want a guy to drive to pick you up?
I want a Mercedes. It must be black.
Sweetie, you're definitely not fitting in a Mercedes.
Black. And it must be. Oh, what's it called? A QVB.
QVB?
Some, like a hump. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Aston Martin. Aston Martin. A Toyota Corolla.
So she can do Uber driving.
What's the benefit of dating you?
The benefit of dating me is you're always gonna have a fucking good time. And you wanna come out with me, you're gonna have a good time.
We all like to go out, get drunk, and have a good time. But man, I think I'd be exhausted being in her friend group. All that excessively loud drunk talk is giving me a headache.
Due to the fact that men make my ass itch, I have decided that I am single, celibate, and no longer willing to date anyone. However, if you insist on taking me on a date, there will be a $500 fee.
You serious?
That sounds like straight-up prostitution. Nothing new to see here.
That $500 fee can be paid through Zelle, Cash App, or Apple Pay. I'll send you my phone number and you can send the motherfucking funds. Then we can discuss an arrangement. However, if you decide that you're going to text me or call me before you send the motherfucking funds, you will be blocked. Yeah, that's how we're going to do that.
Girl, please stop begging for cash and just go out and get a job. I'm convinced she's been an escort for so long, she forgot how the normal world actually works.
So it was finally time to put the spy camera I bought to the test and try to catch my girlfriend cheating. It looks just like a normal charger. It's pretty realistic, so pretty happy with that. I decided to set it up right here so I could see if anyone came into our room at night, and yeah. From an angle, you can't really see the camera at all, so that was pretty great. It's pretty much invisible. I'm gonna leave the house now for a couple days until I'm gonna go to my friend's house, and we're gonna see what she does. A while after, we got a notification from the app that there was motion detected in the camera. And when we looked at the live stream, we could see someone's feet on the top left part of the screen. It's definitely not her feet. They're way too big. That's 100% another guy. I ran home to kick this other guy out of my house, and literally, she locked me out. This girl literally locked me out of my own house when she has another guy.
She belongs to the streets.
The fact this guy went into all this trouble to catch her in the act tells me she's a walking red flag, and probably did this loads of times. I just have a funny feeling this girl is going to blame it on him, and say he didn't show her enough attention or something crazy along the lines of that.
Your most expensive dress?
Our most expensive dress would be $45,000.
Is that okay?
I hope I'm not missing something here, but that chick is wild for going for a dress that expensive without even looking.
Let me see, I don't have $20,000 in cash right now.
So it's not a problem.
She belongs to the streets.
There's going to be another $20,000 going down the drain for her lip fillers. Just get out of there, man.
So it's not your problem?
Yes.
Can you explain what an incel is?
So an incel is just like someone who is involuntarily celibate. That loser sitting on Reddit for 23 hours a day with Cheetah dust and empty Mountain Dew cans all around them. And it just has a real stank smell that is involved with these people.
It's not trying to be mean here, but I can literally hear the cholesterol in her voice.
I'm just gonna paint you an image, and like the fedora's a little crusty, and the neck beard is strong, but the facial hair is weak, and there's a bald spot in the back, and you can just see the fedora just hanging on for dear life, and he's sitting there muttering under his breath about how like Jessica Alba's ugly.
Right.
You know,
literally,
like
yeah.
that's what you're talking about.
Listen, guys, I'm not a fan of inflation, but we need to make podcast equipment more expensive to keep it out of the hands of people like this.
Don't look at girls, okay? Like I told you.
Okay. I'm just like not understanding what's going on, and I'm trying to fill in the boredness, but if I even turn my head, she doesn't like it.
My man, blink 3 times if you're being kept hostage.
And that's up.
Just look at me when you're not looking to the face.
Here we are again with Mary getting insecure and jealous, even though we talked a lot about how that won't happen anymore.
This guy's sweat stains say it all. He better run, not walk away from this disaster waiting to happen. Otherwise, he'll be wearing a blindfold for the rest of his life.
To be physically controlled, like where I can look, who I can speak to, I don't think anyone should have to live like that. I just feel like I can't win.
Don't look at girls.
I know. It can't be like this forever.
Behave.
You're saying that you wouldn't be with a single mother that's a millionaire?
It wouldn't be my first option, no.
You said a millionaire wouldn't want to be with a single mother that's a millionaire.
If he can go ahead and get a girl that doesn't have a child, he'll prefer that, yes. Men are very different than women, because when a guy comes into a woman's relationship, or a relationship with a woman and she has a child, he's going to be expected to take care of that child to a degree. You don't just get with that girl, you get with that girl and that child. And here's the other thing you got to remember. If we break up and I build a bond with that child, I now lose you and the child. And I can't have any type of parental rights to that child because it's your biological child, not mine. I'm a stepfather. So I lose you, the child, alimony, house, 50%. So it's an L for me. It's not worth the risk.
I tweeted, do dogs have brains? Because I like seriously wanted to know. Of course, dogs are mammals, right? Yeah, dogs are mammals, they're humans. Dogs can't talk. So do they have brains? Yes, they walk, but it's because we're telling them to walk.
This shit is so fucking unfair. Like, why the fuck do I have to go through this? And he's just fine. Like, that's not fucking fair. He gets to go about his life, have his home, have his cars, have his financial stability, and I'm over here fucking struggling. I'm over here fucking crying all the time. I'm the one who's going through it. And he's just fucking fine. Like, how is that fucking fair? Why can't I just be fine just the way he is? Why can't I just not fucking care?
Story with Lori. So I see this guy on Instagram. I'm like, okay, zaddy. Chocolate skin. Broad looking shoulder. Big lips. Jesus. And then I see this picture. Where's the rest of them?
somebody was like, oh, who is more likely to self-improve, men or women? And the girls would be like, women. And it would say, okay, where do you rate yourself? Oh, I'm a 10. So how do you plan on self-improving if you're a 10? Well, I mean, like, I feel like I'm a 10, but it doesn't matter what you feel. The reality is, are you a 10? What does it matter? The reality doesn't matter. So unless you're just twisting the reality of what things are until you decide you want to fix yourself to be a 10.